Welcome once again, Mr. West. He's a man of no noteworthy direction or profession. His obsession has driven him here to the myriad doors of tomorrow. Stood there. He weighed his sorrows against
Hey folks, ever realize when you're about to go on live broadcast and you got chocolate stuck to your face, like a lot of it, and your cat starts running around being a pain in the butt? Look at that. Look at this. Look at what I got to deal with here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Manzoni Live. Angry and out there. I'm standing up with the microphone this time because this cat's got me on edge. Life's got me on edge. On edge enough to want to drink all that booze up there, except my stomach can't handle it. I never imagined I'd be here 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I thought I'd be dead. Instead, I'm eating Oreo cookies, dealing with painful digestive and psychological conditions. Allergies, bad things happening in life. What do you mean live chat unavailable? Better be on something. Like when I go on here, I better see it that I'm on live either. Okay, I'm live on YouTube. I've got it right here. So I'm here, ready to talk whenever you're ready. Oh, shit. Now the cat's coming in for this. Nothing's gonna get done now. Damn it. When she puts her butthole right on my keyboard. Sanka, what are you doing? Get your butthole off my off my number pad. Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? I gotta distract her. Hello? Baby Sunga. Why are you doing this to me? I'm live. I'm gonna show you what I'm dealing with. And now you get up. After I move everything. And I keep something over the see? This is getting her butt hair right into my keyboard. Get out of my keyboard, butt hair. Nobody wants you there. Okay. You're good. You're fine where you're at, you know, with the butt. So I'm glad you could join me on this Sunday morning. The world of pain and suffering, darkness fades into nothingness across the horizon. It's tough to be serious when there's a cat butt running around. But rest assured, I will find a way. I know that this This is what my work shall be from now and into the future. Catbot. Catbot everywhere. Why do I not have my live chat? What happened to my live chat? Okay, where is the live chat? Give me my. There we go. It comes out. It says Catbot. Very good. Very good. So let's get to some meat, huh? Can't just be standing around sticking our fingers in our cat butts. Rest assured, I do not do that, and I have not yet done that. Oh my goodness, it's been a long year. Very, very painful. Thank God I've got this cat. I love you too, baby son. All right, I gotta move it so that she's got a path around. Yeah, she needs a path so she can walk around in a circle, because that's what cats do. They like to walk in circles. They are circular beings. Very good, very good. I am looking down upon the world. I am God now. No, I'm not. I am a mortal man on this mortal plane in the mortal realm with the mortal things. I've just been very, very fucked up. And I would like to talk, but there's nobody here, which I like to call pissing into the wind. If I was, yeah, well, you know what? Either or. It's either I am able to say what I want, say my piece, or I'm very, very, very censored. And it really pisses me off. I'm a very pissed off person. I wanted to play a game, and then I realized that I had this logged into YouTube when I started the live stream. Which I can play a game, but I don't know. I don't know. So, what should I write about? What should I read about? I mean, I've got tons and tons of poems. I just don't want to give it up, to give them up too easy. Because once I give them up, I give them up. I'll read this poem that I had. No, I'm not reading that one. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna read a poem I wrote the other day, in reference to my mother. She's been dying, and it's been really tough. This is called "Where Do the Tears Go?" There are days when I ask myself, where do the tears go after they fall? Rolling down my cheeks, the world, it seems so bleak. Out here on the porch, shaking from the inside, unready for the course, though it cannot be denied. I don't know what to do. I am going through the motions from the coop they flew, headed over the Pacific Ocean. My spirit here is broken. My spirit here is shaken. My vigor there is broken. My hopefulness is dwindling. My head it keeps on spinning. May this be a new beginning or the start of the end. This is one of those times I would have at least have one good friend to call. But alas, they have fallen by the wayside. The friends I do have, I would not dare to burden them in such a way. Must I save it all for therapy day? Thank you. And yeah, I guess I do. I mean, I do spend a good amount of time talking to Sophia about it, but you don't see me calling people up and saying, "Oh, Here, let me talk a few things about my feelings. And anyway, when I used to call up people, I didn't like the answers that I got. It would just be, the opposite of what I would have expected. Instead of them being supportive, they would like end up supporting whoever I was against. Who are we against? You know, who are we doing this against? Uh, it just seemed like the whole world was against me for a long time, and a lot of people did have it out for me. I wasn't just being paranoid. They're like baiting me into doing stuff, and they'd be like, "Hey, man, you want to do some drugs? I got some drugs." And I'd be like, "Okay, let me do some drugs." And then they'd go and tell some people, they'd be like, "Hey, everybody, Alex is on some drugs. Hey, don't talk to him. He's doing all the drugs in the world now." I'm like, "I only said I would do the drugs because you said you had some and you were coming over with some drugs." You fucking assholes. And that, you wonder why I don't talk to these people. They're always shitting all over me, trying to steal my women. Trust so many, a lot of them. You know, they'd be like, "Hey, baby, how you doing? Don't you like a guy with a car? Wouldn't you rather have a guy with a car, not some dude that's like poor and stuff?" Fuck off. You can tell all these people to fuck off. Go and do your thing your own way. That's what I did. Came out here and did my own thing my own way, more or less. And now, yeah, I'm way more popular than I deserve to be out here in Spokane and on TikTok and Twitter and what have you. So I'm very happy about for that, even if I don't understand it sometimes. And I don't get this shit. All this damn shit. I try to keep with it. I try to keep with it. God damn it. I try to, but it's so hard. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not even from Boston. I'm saying it's hard. I'm saying it's hard. Fuckers. So angry. I went to visit mom last night at the hospital. And she's not doing good. She's doing good, but not good. It's just very tough. Very tough. I love her so much, but oh my goodness. It is crushing to see your loved ones deteriorates like that. Like, God. Wow. Well, you know what? That's all you can do is try to live your life and try to do the best thing you can. I got these poems. Some of them I'm done. I've finished. Some of them I haven't. I'll go in here. The bipolar guide to poetry. I've got two different files that I use. I use a docx file, Microsoft in format for the bulk of my poems, and then when I do the write them initially, I do them on notes, a notepad for on my iPhone, on my iPhone. I got an iPhone. God, I used to hate those people. He'd be like, "Oh, I've got an iPhone. I'm better than you. You're better than shit, motherfucker. You're a fucker with a phone." That fucking like half of everybody who thinks they got a stick up there, who's got a fucking foot up their ass has. But fucking gravy. I'm gonna read this poem that I wrote 9 years ago, and it says, it's as appropriate now as it was then. This is called Phones. It is hard to live in this modern world without a phone. This became especially evident when I embarked on a coast to coast journey across the continent by train. And my phone broke. So I bought a prepaid one in Jersey right before I got to the station. It did not come with minutes. So I had a phone, but it didn't work. Useless. Nobody has heard hide nor hair from me for almost a week because my laptop died again and my phones are paperweights. At night, the glow of electronic devices fills this train. They fill it with an eerie blue light. Technological will-o-wisps reflecting chaotically off the windows. Even Grandma has an iPad. Look at that! Nobody really knows where I'm at. I could be dead. No, I'm not dead. I'm just rolling through the Midwest, rolling to the Pacific Northwest, inland Northwest, if you want to be picky about it. Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Montana, Washington State, and Point. Where's this poet at? Who knows? Probably just passing through Fargo. I really need a working phone. I still haven't reached my destination. It's hard to be so alone, stuck in a cab with silver-haired, shuffling retirees with nothing to keep my company except this notebook and my anxiety. Oh, I wish I had my phone. They say, "Why are you so angry, Alex?" That's not part of it. That's not part of the poem. They say, "Why are you so angry, Alex?" And I say, "'Cause I'm bipolar." They say that's not an excuse. And I say, well, it doesn't help. Oh, the medication they give me, and it's tired all the time. So fucking tired. So goddamn tired. And I wish I could do this stuff more. And in theory, I believe I could, And I think I'm going to do more in the future. Boom. It's just been really, really, really tough. I mean, I've got a lot on my plate. And my brosef, Mr. Bro, Mr. Cool Dude who thinks he's the smartest dude in the world because he graduated from college and I didn't. Mr. Who should be taking care of mom because he's the normal one. He's sitting around with his thumb up his ass. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Being all judgmental and shit. You know what? I spent years fucking trying to just not say shit or trying to be very nice and kind about my family because my mother creeps on my stuff and watches all my stuff, more or less, not so much anymore. That's why I'm saying more shit now. And she would always be like, "You can't say this about your brother. You can't say this about your family." I'm like, I'm just going to say what the fuck happened and what the truth is because y'all keep trying to gaslight me and fucking tell me what happened when I know what the fuck happened in my life. All right. I know. I know. I was there. Okay. And now I'm going to fucking say my piece that my brother has been a constant source of misery to me in this past year and throughout my life. And that he has been making me pay for the time I stole $400 from him back in like 2007. And when I offered to pay him back, he was like, no, no, no. Because he wants to hold something over me for the rest of my life, and be like, oh, he's a dirty, dirty thief. He's a dirty thief. Watch out for him. 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 16 years, and he won't let me fucking let it go. What a fucking piece of work. The 16 years. Someone can do better math. I'm not going to have someone do better math than me. Well, they will already. Okay, let's see. 2007 minus, or 2023 minus 2007 equals 16 years. Yeah, I was right. I was right. I was right. Say these people like my brother and my mother, they make it so that I don't trust myself, don't trust my own judgment, and I'm always constantly second guessing myself. And you know what? That's fucked up. It's really fucked up because I am a creator. I am an artiste. I'm a poet. I'm a writer. Writing novels. I've written a whole bunch of novels. They're not out yet. They're not published, so you can't call me a novelist, according to my brother. But they're there. There's a lot of them. There's the Spokane Story 1, Spokane Story 2, and I wrote like a third of Spokane Story 3. There's American Carnage, my political satire novel. There's Judge, Coach, and Executioner, my like 600-page novel about uh, serial killers in hell playing baseball against each other in a game for the women versus the men. And I got to like, I don't know, the eighth inning of the final game. Um, I've got a novel about oh, the girl in a in a private school on the second moon of Mars, Phobos, and it's like a convent. It's like a nunnery full of evil nuns and robots and aliens and shit, and it's really cool. The hell's that called? And then I've got a variety of novellas and short stories and things of that nature. Got a lot of shit. And people want to cut me down because not all of it's on paper. All right. You know, a lot of my poetry is on, um, yeah, a lot of my poetry is online. So, you know, not all of it's on paper. They don't do that so much anymore. And a lot of these fucking poetry literary magazines aren't making any money. So what they're doing, instead of making advertising money, they're fucking asking for money from the poets. Like, oh, send us fucking money so we can print you. Maybe, maybe or not, you know. The one time I did send a place money to print my shit for the submission fee, $6. They didn't fucking print my shit. They just want fucking people to send money so they can say, nope. You know what? Oh, here, I'm gonna have an open call for submissions for poems to be on the Manzoni in the Morning live stream poetry show. Send them in. Submission fee $1. No, submission fee $10. Yeah, that's right. People are lining up. People are lining up. Sophia wants me to take a picture of something to send to her. Bag of what we got yesterday. Um, this is what we got. Legal weed. It's a value budget kind of bud. BB Flower GMO X Sunset Sherbert 14 from Peace Valley Farms. That's weed. That's weed right there. So better take care of that. I guess her friend's asking what kind it is. Whatever. Okay, send that over because you know I can't just. I guess I should just let everybody know now when I'm going online because I get interrupted. And if I didn't answer this, I would be hearing about it. All right. No big deal. There it goes. Okay, so now that I'm discombobulated, can go back to the shoe. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, wishing that wishing the shit was different, man. Except for the cat butt. Well, I wish the cat butt wasn't you know, wasn't so aggressive. She's sitting over there in cat butt land. An old baby Sanka. I'm glad that everyone can be alive and stuff like that. Meanwhile, here I am struggling to survive. I'm keeping up my challenge. I started back in like 2018. It was a 30-day challenge for NaNoWriMo, the National Novel Writing Month, and I kind of modified it. It was just like, I just work on any amount of writing at any point in the day. I don't have like, oh, I've got to write 5,000 words or whatever. Got to finish something. No, I just work on it. I just worked on it that day. Now, granted, I always work a little bit more than, I don't just write one word, but I could if I wanted to, but I don't. But I haven't stopped. So it went from 30 days to 100 days to 250 days to 500 days to 1,000 days. And now we're at over 1,000. I think I hit 1,000 in December, I think, something like that. Or maybe 1,500. I don't know. It was a lot of days. It's been years since I've missed a day of writing where I did not write anything that day creatively, nothing. And I think, I was like seeing all these challenges. It was from birth of seeing all these crappy challenges on the internet, and to find one that was like positive, that wasn't just some bullshit. And that's what ended up happening. So it was good. It turned out to be a good thing. Oh, it is. It's a positive thing, and I think more people should do that and challenge themselves to do stuff. You can do it too. Maybe. I don't know. It's for different kinds of personalities. I'm up every morning early as fuck, writing and doing my thing. Not everyone's gonna do that. Not everyone has as fucked up a sleep schedule as me too. Because once I wake up in the day, it's tougher for me to get that going, especially when it comes to like writing prose, which I haven't been writing so much of since the past couple of years. However, since the numbers broke on my Mac Pro, it was like the numbers 1 through 7 broke, which meant that the exclamation point was broken. Oh, that's a curse from God. And fucking Dennis Held, where he was just like, don't use so many capital letters. Don't use the capital letters. Don't use exclamation points. Don't use this. Don't use that. Yeah, it was reminded me of those English teachers back in the day. Well, he does teach he did teach at a bunch of schools, so that makes a lot of sense. They crawl up your ass and they'd be like, "Oh, well, your work would be good if." Like I remember he came up to me at the end of one of the first poems I ever performed in Spokane and said that my poem was great, but I didn't need to go through all those theatrics. What do you mean theatrics? You mean this? Come on, I'm very, I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. It's a struggle for me to stay still. And I feel like a lot of the poets out here, they stand straight like piece of a board, and they're stiff and boring. A lot of them are boring as fuck, and I'm gonna say that. You know, come on, you gotta have some life, some vigor, some liveliness injected into your performance, and do it. But that's the thing. There's writers, and then there's writers that are also performance artists. And I'm a performance artist that's also a writer. So it's kind of works with I do some music composing, did a lot more of that in the past, but I'm still doing a little bit of it, and practicing my keyboards. So I think that musicality has inserted itself into my rhythms and such, and that makes it so that like I can't keep time in my head, but my soul keeps time with a good ride. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, I think you know what I mean. So I just have like this thing that goes, and I get like to get into like a shamanistic kind of trance with a really good one. That's what I was doing with my ancient dithyram poem that I did at Auntie's bookstore. That with the stomping and the I'm like whirling myself up into a frenzy. I like that. I like the idea of like the writer kind of entering a different phase of reality and existence just by doing that, That's pretty cool. You know what's also cool? Advertisements from our friends. Nobody, because nobody has asked me to put an ad on any of my things. That didn't reek of bullshit. I've had quite a few people contact me on Instagram asking for these affiliate programs. Will you represent our brand for free? But it's like they're just kind of trying to bullshit you because they're like free, free, and then you sign up for a bunch of stuff, and then they're like, all you need to do is pay between what is it? It was $10 to $40 for shipping for these pet toys, and I'm like, wait a second, it sounds like you're gonna send me $40 worth of pet toys, and then you're gonna say, oh, you got to post it. And then, oh, you're a brand affiliate, so you got to watch what you say on your future posts. Fuck off, man. If you're here for Manzoni, you're here for Manzoni. Get it. Get
Nightmares by the
it.
mind.
Get it, get it, get it. You know, you're not just here for a bunch of a quick buck, because that ain't happening here. You know, that ain't sorking happening here. I'm a broke bastard. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. For now, I'm building up my following and stuff like that. Trying to do more work on some of these other platforms because TikTok's pissing me off, and everything just makes me want to run back to fucking TikTok. Record, post videos and videos. I'm just finally getting to 97. I just finally got to 97 subscribers on YouTube, and I've been on YouTube since I don't know how long. A long time. I think I made this particular account for whatever reason. Because I think I couldn't change the name of my other account or something, Xenix Milano, which I was posting on the Something Awful forums, and I posted uh in a bunch of posts that basically, if you didn't go in there and read what I'd said, well, you want to cancel my ass just because of what the posts were. But you know what? Those fucking internet people, they're like 4chaners. Those Something Awful people. They were very, very, very nasty people, mean to me, and they're fucked up, man. I used to post on their drugs forum called TCC, the Crackhead Clubhouse, and for a while I was a very short period of time I was a moderator on one of their internet channels or the internet relay chat channels, and then kind of felt like a bunch of people ganged up on me and kicked me the fuck out, and they were accusing me of making up stories and that my life was a lie. And guess what? My life wasn't a fucking lie. I've got so many fucking poems about that shit. My life is not a fucking lie. I wish it was a fucking lie. I wish I was lying about all the shit that happened to me. Fuck. I wouldn't be having so many fucking nightmares every time I close my eyes. Man, people can't let the internet run your life. I'm trying to say, like, oh, I'm going to run back to TikTok. Fuck you, TikTok. Fuck you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn the live feed on. Screw it. You know, this is what I'm reduced to now. I'm TikToking. I'm TikToking. Next to me, I'm TikToking. What the fuck? What do you do? What do you do with a poet that doesn't know? What the hell is this called? It's called Blank. You're here with Blank, starring Steve Stevenson. Christ. All right. Well, well, as I'm getting that together, I'm gonna go on to YouTube and find out what exactly what my. I'm just happy to be able to be here, you know, be alive, and okay, and to be thriving. I got my new diet. I've got a nice house to live in. I've got an awesome computer. Oh, of course. I just I can't fucking win. These, it just does not let me do things. I am here. I just hate it when you can't make a title very long. Fuck you. I just hate. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, TikTok. Called the Alex Afternoon Exchange. Yeah, okay, that'll work. I'm here to tell you. I got a great picture, but it's for afternoon exchange. Probably shouldn't look like it's in the night, you know. I'm just never happy. I'm just never happy. Well, no, I'm happy sometimes. It's just more recently I've been it's been tough. Well, my mom's, suffering and I'm dealing with that and I'm trying to just accept reality and it's really tough, man. It's really tough. And I'm wondering how other people do it. Other people, well, like I made the mistake of talking about this on oh, come on. I changed it and then it didn't take talking about this in one of my Lyft rides and the guy like really let me have it. You know what? Go off. He was like, "Oh, well, you should be thankful that you get to do all this." Like, no, I'm not very thankful that I have to do this because a lot of this is bullshit and it's bullshit. All right, I gotta stop using curse words because TikTok is a fucking bunch of asshole fucking motherfuckers, and I can't stand them. But I have to deal with their shit. So Without further ado, we're going live. Hello, folks. This is the afternoon exchange with Alexander A. Manzoni. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm happy to see everybody. I'm here on TikTok and on YouTube live. It's Sunday afternoon, 1:22:23. 1:22:23. And I've just been here, was talking about stuff. I thought I was setting up a gaming live stream, and then it turned out it was a YouTube live stream. And then I decided, well, let me just keep talking. And so I did. And then I kept talking. And then I was like, you know what? I was cursing up a storm, saying my piece, saying all kinds of things, saying all kinds of things that would get me in a lot of trouble. You know, I've been skirting the line between banning and suspension. But you know what? That's what you got to do when you're out here doing live things, doing poetry and doing stories and things of that nature. You got to find where the edge is and then ride it. Ride it. Skating. I don't care if it's on a skateboard or you're going to do it doing backflips. Or maybe, you could do some mountaineering. I don't know. It's all your choice. But for me, I'm doing it right here, behind my favorite microphone, this Shure SM57. I'm just very upset, and I'm just being crushed by the spirit of what's going on in my life and the darkness that surrounds us all, enveloping, crushing, stealing, swallowing souls and such. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to keep my chin up. I'm trying to tell others to keep their chin or chins up in this crazy world, but it's getting tough. And I think we're all being kind of prodded to the side by these social media magnates and apps, and they're trying to make us all just pretend to be happy little people in our happy little phones, buying our happy little products. When the reality is, we're not all so happy. I mean, we can be happy. We have moments of happiness. I have mine. You can even see it on some of my videos. I have them there, but man, I'm not doing any rage baiting today. Okay. Or even if you do, you get mad. Someone says, "Oh, you're rage baiting. You're just trying to get them out there. You're trying to get them Redditors to come at you." I'm like, no, I'm not trying to get the Redditors to come at me. Okay. I did those internet forum things a long time ago when I was on the Something Awful forums and they terrorized me and just put their internet detective crap. Guy investigated me because thought that I was lying. I said this on YouTube Live earlier, lying about my life. And so he was like out to prove that I was lying about all the stories that I'd been telling people. And the reality was that no, I wasn't lying about anything. I was telling the truth, 100% of it. And if anything, I wish that it wasn't. I was lying. I wish I was lying. That's how bad my life was, especially back then. That was 2009. My life was really bad. I was living with my dead girlfriend. She wasn't dead at the time. Um, in Trenton, New Jersey, in this neighborhood where we are basically one of the only white families, surrounded by just these red brick buildings full of angry people, liquor stores at almost every corner, people just drinking 40s on the porch and just snarling. And I'm like, every time I would get out and have to go to like walk my girlfriend to like the corner or to a store or something, there'd be like 40 guys on a porch just like catcalling and stuff. And I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to get in a fight with anybody. And being a convicted felon, I can't own a weapon. So that was even more fun, where I'm like, man, I'm completely defenseless. That's part of like the consequences for being a convicted DRG abuser in America, is that everybody else gets a weapon, but you don't. So that was a lot of fun, not being able to, but nothing ever happened. I got locked out of the apartment at one point, and oh, that was a nightmare. And my girlfriend ended up kicking me out, and then a year or two later, she had dropped dead of a stroke. But she wanted to have her baby store. She couldn't have babies, but she wanted a baby store. It was so sad. She was just talking about babies all the time, and she knew she couldn't have kids. She started like a one of them consignment shops for little kids, and oh man, that was sad. Poor Annabelle. But you know what? It was weird, man, because back then I thought of myself as like physically healthy, just my mental health wasn't so great. I wasn't on any medication at the time. And she was. She was on tons of opioids and things for her pain, neurological pain. And I was supposed to be the healthy one. And I had to do all this stuff, and I had to go to be the breadwinner, so to speak. Well, we lived with her mom, and her mom worked as like a grant writer for the state of New Jersey, and I worked at a grocery store called ShopRite in the mornings. Only fucking white guy there, and it was a goddamn nightmare. Just it was fucking nightmare. But I learned a lot of lessons. I learned, you can't hide from your mom. I tried leaving South Jersey to go up there to get the hell away from my mom, who is very suffering greatly now, and I feel very bad for her. But at the time, I would do anything to get away from her. So I went all the way to went to Trenton, and then my mom called up my girlfriend's mother's work and told them that she was harboring a dangerous, out of control mental patient, drug addict, alcoholic, just everything. Just said to everything to the manager. And after that, that mother never treated me the same again. She just wouldn't let me do anything. I wasn't allowed to do anything. I wasn't allowed to. I lived there from February until October, and they wouldn't let me have a key to the place. They wouldn't let. That's how I ended up getting locked out when they They went on vacation for a weekend. I thought, oh man, I can go to the liquor store and buy one bottle of wine, right? Two, maybe three. I got there, I bought 3 bottles of wine, and I came back, and, like, I'd put something in between the door, and then the landlord came by and closed it. So I went out and I relapsed because I was locked out, and I was like, "Screw it." It was freezing, and then, like, it was just that was part of the path to me getting kicked out of that place. But that was a part of my path to getting ended up in Washington State too, so it ended up working out for the best. Because if I was still with that family, and then I would have been working in her consignment shop. I would have moved with her to Delaware and all that. I love Sophia so much. I love Sophia. That's my current girlfriend. Sophia, she is awesome. You just got to be appreciative for what you have, you know? Because then every time there's just a glimpse of me not appreciating something, it just seems like God takes it away from me, just strips it, just and faster than it makes my head spin. And whatever it is, whatever my Achilles heel is, that is what is going to be, you know, that's what's going to happen. If I did something with my mouth, something will happen to my mouth. If I did something with my foot, something will happen to my foot. I never used to be superstitious or anything like that, but then stuff kept happening to me over and over and over, but not to other people. I don't understand where I would say, be with like someone who would do something wrong, and then I go and do the same thing, and I not only would get in trouble, I would get in trouble like 10 times worse than they would have gotten into trouble for it. Like, oh, they're passing notes in class. Everyone's passing notes. I pass a note. Alexander Manzoni, what are you doing? You're passing notes. I'm gonna call your mother. Of course, looking back, I remember I think my teacher had said to me that he made a example of me because I was the smart kid. So it was like he was like, oh, well, if you're not doing something, then the rest of the class is going to follow, like in suit. He always would say, you're always reading those yellow books and drawing those monsters. My English teacher, Mr. Harker, William Harker, he made me not want to write. He made me think that English was terrible. Well, you know what? He got his methods made me a very good speller, but also made me very obsessive compulsive about my spelling. It would be like you would do everything, and then he would be like, "No, this." He would turn your work back in. This paper's too wrinkled, or something like that. I'm like, oh my god. See, that would have been a good job for me if I wasn't a convicted felon. It would have been good to be like to do some teaching because I know quite a bit about writing and getting published in this modern world. I feel like I could have put together a presentation for the Get Lit program for the doing social media and stuff because out here in Spokane, we don't really have too many writing TikTok people. And it seems like I might be the only poet that's like doing this and has been doing this. That's why I call myself Spokane's TikTok poet. If there's someone out there who's doing more work on social media, let me know. I mean, seriously, because it's usually like they'll uh they'll have like a bunch of followers on one thing, but then not do another thing. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I've got the Facebook personal page, I got the author page, I've got a Patreon page, I've got separate Instagram pages for my book and for myself. I also got a TikTok and a Twitter page for my the Spokane story, my upcoming book. And I've been doing a lot. And it's been tough. It's been really tough out here because I feel like there was a lot of gatekeeping. And I've been doing this performing live in Spokane for over 5 years now, and they're just kind of starting to accept me, I feel like. I mean, it always seems like, oh yeah, they accept me. Oh, good job. But it always felt like I've been gate kept out of quite a few things. They just don't want to associate with me or bring me into things because I'm A, not from the area, B, didn't graduate from school like most of them did. The most of them graduated from Eastern Washington University or Whitworth or one of those colleges. They believe that you got to be a college person, uh, especially if you're a white guy doing poetry. You can be a brown person doing poetry fine and not go to school. That's fine for them. They're like, yeah, you got the spirit of the streets and all that because they're always a little bit racist, even though they want to pretend like they're not. But then the white guys kind of expect, like, why didn't your family put up enough money for you to go get a creative writing degree that'll never make you any money except to go to maybe be a teacher, which I couldn't be because of my criminal history. I ruined my life at age 21. My mom thought she was doing some tough love by having me arrested for a felony. And it didn't teach me a lesson either. It took me years to stop. She thought that if she had me arrested and if I went to rehab for 6 months, it had to be 6 months to a year, then I'd be fine. Everything would be a-okay and I would be magically good. It's like when I was 13 and she thought that I would when I started going to the mental hospitals and stuff, she thought that if I just took the right combination of pills, the doctor gave me the right medication, I would be perfect. And I kept thinking it too. I thought, oh, well, I think that this must be great. Yeah, she must be right, right? There's going to be something that's going to make me a good boy, and there nothing was. She got me hooked up with ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, which people on the street would call shock therapy. Nope, that didn't fix me. Nothing fixed me. I had to go to therapy for years and years and years and years, and nothing ever is going to like 100% fix you. That's why I got to do the poetry and stuff and do all these lives, these things where I kind of like vent. I have to vent my soul out to people. And it's good that I'm doing some of this because I feel like I overload my girlfriend with a lot of my emotional baggage. Well, I don't talk to anybody really. I talk to my girlfriend. I talk to my mother. I talk to my father now. It's been a long time. For a long time, I wasn't talking to my dad. I was really mad at him for getting arrested for everything he got arrested for. But I love him very much. Even if he got hooked up with, some bad people, and he's kind of stuck with them because he's got nowhere to go, and he ain't moving in with me. Spent the last so many years taking care of my mother, and this last year it's just gotten so much worse. I can't just like this when this is over. I can't just be like, oh yeah, let me do another thing. Actually, just talking to my girlfriend, we're talking about having a baby and possibly us getting pregnant around August. So that would be cool. And I figure how stressed out I am about my mom. I mean, couldn't be that much more stressed out after after this is over, because she's only, according to the doctor, she only has 2 more months left. Fucked up, man. It's fucked up. I love my mom so much. She's such a big part of my life, but that's the thing. It ends up being such a huge part of my life. It's like I have to just find time for this shit. Find as much time as I can just to try to get out there and do this social media crap, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to get my stuff out there, because people aren't buying books like they used to. Or some of them are, but not, unless you're a known author or that kind of thing, and then just trying to get up enough awareness that it would even be worth publishing the book. I mean, I'm getting up there. I am getting up there. I'm getting up there. It's just been a tough road. And it's a tough road doing this on social media where people only care about stupid gimmicks, sex appeal, twerking, um, doing crappy videos where you're using copyrighted music. Basically, they're just all about promoting other people's crap. If if your video is inadvertently promoting someone else's crap, then they will love to sell your shit. Or if it's distressing, I noticed like the most distressing video I ever made, the algorithm picked that up and it got 43,000 views, which is like over 10 times more than any other video that I had. And it was like a distressing video that I'd made after calling 911 about my mom. And just because I make vlogs about everything, because I'm just like trying to figure out what the hell this algorithm wants. And apparently it wants to upset people, because it took that and then it showed the video, and I saw that it showed it to all the major cities in the United States, like Chicago, Philadelphia, Houston, Dallas, and it showed it to elderly women. That's messed up, man. It like showed them this messed up video about, I was thinking, thought my mom could have been dead. And they were like, yep, this is good. Show that to everybody. Whereas I'm like trying to make positive stuff and showed my performances and stuff from around the city, trying to promote local businesses and things like that. And, that gets like 400 or 500 views or something, maybe up to about 1,000 if they're feeling randy. But no, they just went really distressing stuff. I don't know why. Well, I just think it's all about messing with our heads. It's really messing with our heads. And if it's not messing with our heads, then they don't want it. So I guess I should start messing with your heads. No, I better not. Every time I start getting a little bit unhinged on here, I get kicked off. And I don't know how many more times I can get kicked off before I get banned for good. And I'm not trying to have that happen. Not now. Well, it's been good talking to you. And please like, follow, subscribe, join, find my YouTube page. I go live streams on that and on Twitch. I'm allowed to say more stuff on there. So you get a little bit more of the real Alex and not this BS. Oh, the kiddies are in the room, Alex. Oh, excuse me. I don't want to offend too many people. Hey, my name's Jennifer Coolidge, and I'm just here to not offend anybody. I'm here with Old Navy. Oh man. Please help me. Or follow. Or go to my Patreon, join up. I got some nice subscriptions where you can join in, send some money, and I'll write a poem for you or do all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of like things that I've got, cool stuff I've got set up for that. Or at Paying Manzoni, if you just want to send a couple bucks, helps fund the project and get this book, these books published, and get this stuff out there. I want to get it out there and start living my life so I can be able to support my family and to get off of disability and not be have them, control my life. Like I'm not allowed to have. It's a ridiculous all the restrictions they put on somebody who's on SSI disability in America. But basically, they're like, okay, well, you're poor, but we can't allow you to save up money to get to stop being poor. So we're going to have you on a $2,000 limit. You cannot have more than that in your bank account. You cannot have more than that in your hands. You can only have one car. And it better have been that car you got before you was disabled because you ain't buying a decent car with $2,000. The maximum amount of money you can have at any given time. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Or they penalize you. They penalize you for everything. Like if I went to, I did a calculation a while back that if I went back to work, um, I look for 40 hours a week at a minimum wage, I would be making like for every $3 I'd make, $1 would be given back to the state. So it's like I'd be working for below minimum wage to get out of disability, but oh, it's so tough. So it's all been about like I gotta just build this stuff up, get the novel done, and then hopefully get a just break through one day, get popular enough that I could just break through. I'm on that path. I'm on it. It's a long road, and I just can't let the my let myself fall off of it. And I can't let myself be shaken, despite the fact that I'm losing hope for everything, losing hope in reality. If I didn't have my mom and my girlfriend, I don't know what would happen, and I'm not going to tell you what would. But I would love to join you again soon. I would love to figure out what this algorithm wants. I would love to be a good son, a good American, a good human. Thank you. Thank you very much, folks. This has been Manzoni in the Mexican afternoon. Manzoni loves you. Does he? Oh, yeah, I guess he does. All right, take care. Bye bye.